Hello everyone, I'm back again. I've done a few videos today, but happy mail, just knitting patterns and crochet. And you know, I got a message yesterday or the day before from YouTube telling me for my crochet channel that as I had hit the right number of subscribers and watch hours, I could now join the partner program, the one where you get monetized. And I thought to myself, I've only got 3,000, just over 3,000 watch hours. You've got to have 4,000 watch hours. I thought that had changed something. So I clicked on it to have a look and to see, but apparently it's not for to earn money from the ads. It is for you to get people to take out memberships on your channel and pay monthly. You know, they're joking. Why do people want to pay a membership, a monthly thing, when they can see all the videos for free? But that's what it's for. And it's for what they call super stickers and super thanks and things. I'm not sure what all that is like. I've never really looked into it. I think it's something to do with when you're going live and people, I think the thanks is people can put like a donation into your channel and you put a super sticker up on their name on the live or something like that. I'm not sure. I would not bother about it myself. Like, I clicked on it and acknowledged it anyway, so they've got all those things on my channel, but I'm not doing them sort of things. And when I looked into it, it's those things you can be what they call monetized for. It's just for subscriptions and for what they call thanks. But you only have to have 500 subscribers instead of 1,000, and you only need 1,000 watch hours instead of 4,000 for what I am on my other channels where I get paid off all the adverts and everything. I have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. But on this one, it's only 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. And because I was just over the 3,000, that was why they messaged me and told me if I wanted to be on. But there's a reason they do that as well, because any money that any of your subscribers donate to you, you only get 70% of it. YouTube gets 30%. That's why they want all these things on. So I'm not bothered. I'm just waiting until I've got the 4,000 watch hours and I'll get monetized and get paid off all the adverts on the. So it was just, you know, wondering. I thought something had changed somewhere, but it hadn't. But on that bit, you also have to have 10 million views on your shorts. I have got one or two short little videos on, but I'm never ever going to get 10 million views unless, you know, something goes viral on it. But anyway, I was at my knitting natter yesterday, and there was only 4 of us yesterday. But you know, I'm doing this little cardigan for my friend who was at the bingo. She was going to come to our knitting natter. Tracy, her name is. She was going to come, but she is a working girl as well. Her and her husband, they have a butcher shop and a delicatessen, and I don't think she did message and say she couldn't make it, so she mustn't have been able to get anybody to take her place in the shop. But I'm knitting this for her, and I was doing the back, and I got very little done. Every single week I've got to put somebody's knitting right. It's nearly always my friend Anne's. She either makes extra stitches and she doesn't know where they come from, or she drops a stitch and she doesn't know how to pick it up. And I'm always sitting next to her, and Molly's sitting up the upside of the table over. The Shirley's here, and me and Anne's here. Shirley's here, and Molly's sitting over there. And I'm saying, Molly, do you want to change places with me? No, thank you, she says. So I spent nearly all of that time putting Anne's knitting right, and then we're getting interrupted with my own. I made a mistake on my own where I was knitting 2 rows of pattern and then having to row 1 row knit and 1 row purl before I start the pattern again. And didn't I miss those 2 rows out? And I had done about another 6 rows since then, and I realised. So I had to pull all that down again. And I'm saying, that's you lot, that says you're getting me all mixed up. And then Shirley's wanting to know how to do this and how to do that, because Shirley is quite a new knitter. She was only used to knitting little hats and that, but she started knitting little cardigans, and she does them for the babies in the hospital and that's what she's doing them for. And so I had to help Shirley out as well. And that was it. We don't know what was wrong with the other lady, why she didn't come. Alison. She is the couple that run the pub. She's the mother of the man. I forget what his name is. Got a terrible memory for names, you know. I've got to know somebody for ages before I remember their name. But anyway, that's what I'm doing with this little cardigan. And I better count my rows because I've only got 6 rows to do on the rib. 1, 2, 3, 5. Got 1 more row to do on the rib before I start the pattern. So that's all I've done is the back and one of the fronts. This is the second front on it. Well, I'll probably get this finished tonight without much problem like. But I am going to have to get on with some of my own. I have a couple of my own I've never gotten round to yet. And I'm also going to do some sticking on some more of my sweaters that are... Well, there is a couple I have. One of them, it's a white sweater that I made quite a long time ago, long before I started on YouTube. And it was the very first sweater I ever made where I used a certain stitch, the open moss stitch. And I never realised, I had done it plenty times on children's ones. But it's a kind of pattern that you need less stitches to the inch because it goes wide when you're knitting. And I didn't realise that, because when I knitted for the kids, it didn't matter if something went big because they grew into it anyway. But it was the very first sweater, and I used my normal, I didn't do a swatch, I just used a normal, what I thought I was 5.5 stitches to the inch for double knitting and 4mm needles. But it turned out quite big, and it's always been big. It didn't go baggy. It's always been big. And I only wear it now and again. Usually if I'm down to my last sweaters and all the rest need washing, I'll wear it there. So I'm going to stick that one next, and I'm going to make it the proper size it should have been. And then I have another one, a blue one, with the same thing. Long before I started on YouTube, because I have most of my sweaters are years old. And it was another one where it came out bigger than I wanted it, so I'm going to do the same on that one. Because they are still quite good condition because they haven't been worn very much. But a lot of other ones I could do the same thing too, but they have been worn all the time, and I've noticed on some of them the elbows and that are going very shiny on them. I must have pointy elbows like that stick through, and they're all shiny round here, and I thought, oh, they're finished, them ones. I'm not going to bother doing them ones. I'll just put them in a charity bag and start knitting some of my own. So I'll put that down. I want the other needle. Where's the 6mm one there? I'm going to have to do some crochet thing to hang on the wall where I can stick all these needles in, because I have them all over the place and they're hard to, you can't sort of put them in a, like the straight ones, I stand them in tin things and that, but these ones you can't do that with. But I notice when I have any knitting on the side of the thing, I just stick them in and they just stay there. That's what I'm going to do. A crochet, a big panel. I'm going to hang it on the wall so I can stick all these needles in. But I've done quite a few videos today, and I'll probably be doing another one, because somebody, when I mentioned about what I'm doing here I'm using one cake of double knitting as chunky because I'm using the 2 strands, but from the one cake, instead of using 2 balls together, I'm just using one coming from the centre and one coming from the side. And a lady has said something what I do do a video showing how I wind it on the wool winder and then how I do it. I thought it's, it's simple enough what I've just said, but I'll do it tomorrow for the lady. I can't remember what her name is. But that's for another day. And then I have been sorting out, I'll have to sort some more of my knitting patterns out tomorrow morning. That's what I did this morning. I sat after my breakfast and I had finished doing what tidying up I had to do. I spent about 2 hours sorting through all the patterns, finding all the smallest ones first so I could put them into one folder and do a video to show what knitting patterns I have. They're not all mine, they're ones a lot of people have sent knitting patterns to me. I have an awful lot of my own as well, and they're all mixed in with the ones. And then I'm finding as I'm going through them, I have 1 or 2 patterns, which I noticed when I was doing the video this morning. I went through 1 or 2. I had been putting them all into the folder, and I noticed I've done that one, and then I come to another one later on. Oh, I've just done that one further on, so I'm going to have to sort them ones out. Some I have more than one of the same pattern. So I've sorted all the smallest ones out. That's why I spent a couple of hours this morning before I came up to do any knitting. In fact, I haven't even done any knitting. I came up and started doing videos and things like that. But I'm going to do the same tomorrow, and I'm going to spend it'll probably take me another couple of hours to go through them again to find all the next sizes from about the 3-year-old up to the older children patterns and that, and put them into one folder by themselves. And then I'll sort ladies out and men's out and just things like that till I get them all sorted out, because they're just all mixed up all over. And what I should do really is put all double knitting ones separate, all chunky ones separate, all Aran ones separate. But that you'd have a lot of all mixed sizes and all that, all adults and children's and the whole lot mixed in. So it's probably not a good idea. It's probably okay if you haven't got many patterns, but... And then I think I'm going to have to get some more of those sleeves that I put them in inside the folder, because I've got a few left, but I'm probably have to buy a few more of those, because I don't think I'm going to have enough. So that's what I've been doing today, and I'll be doing tomorrow as well. And I may be going to visit my friend Molly tomorrow, because the last time I ordered from Temu, I ordered the same pack of buttons for Molly is what I ordered for myself, and we wanted some larger buttons for, some bigger things, because most of the buttons I have are small ones for babies and small children's ones. And if we wanted some bigger buttons for, if you're knitting with chunky or something like, you need bigger buttons for the buttonholes and all that. So I'd ordered a pack for myself and a pack bought the same ones for Molly. And I've never ordered that size before. I've ordered the smaller ones, and I think there was about 200 in the pack. In those packs there was lots of all the same colours. We had about 10 or 12 of the same colours. But these larger ones, when they came, we're lucky if we got 2 and 3 of the same colour. There was loads of all different colours, and maybe 3 at the most. So I'm going up to Molly's tomorrow, and I'm going to take all my buttons up there and we're going to sort between hers and between mine and see if we can make sets of buttons out of each other's, swapping. I'm having a cup of tea as well. This is before my tea. So I may do a video tomorrow while I'm up Molly's. Molly in our video, like. Because I can't really do videos when everyone is there that we're knitting that, because they don't all agree to be in a video. I don't know why. I mean, me, Molly, Anne and Shirley would be okay with doing videos, but the other ones either say, you know, they don't want to be in it, or... So like I'm saying, I'm going up to Molly's tomorrow and we'll sort out the buttons and that while we're up there and see if we can make a few sets out of what we have. But I said to Molly, I think we're going to have to order a few packs of them to get the buttons, to be able to make sets out of them. Because there are much bigger buttons, and why that's because the bigger buttons, they don't want to give you too many. There was a couple of 100 buttons in the packs, you know. They should have more than 2 or 3 colours. That's all I could make out of any of the ones I had, was 3 of any particular colour. And I think it was 1 white and 1 blue and lots of other mixture of all different colours, but which really annoyed me. And then Molly said the same when she checked hers. But anyway, that's my little bit for today. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another day. So bye for now.